What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Sonny Sports back with another video. Hey, today we're gonna talk about the New Orleans Saints and 5 free agents they should consider this year's upcoming offseason. So the Saints, all right, they somehow every year know how to manipulate the cap. So there was what 60 million negative this year. I'm talking about free agency didn't even really open yet, and we already at 9 million with 57 players on the roster. They just restructure and throw money down the line. The cap gyros. And Buffalo Bills got rid of Tre'Davious White. They got rid of Poyard. They got rid of so many players, and we still got less cap than them. And all we got rid of was Marcus May. Yeah, it's really about the only. And then I don't know what they're doing with Andrews Pete. I think we're gonna bring him back, but I don't know. But look, today we're gonna talk about 5 positions or 5 players that I think the Saints should consider when drafting. See me, I'm a Saints fan, but I ain't no average fan. I ain't gonna say, unrealistic things. I'm gonna say stuff that makes sense, stuff that we need to work on, and honestly, stuff that we need to work on. Let's just say it: the offensive line. All right, offensive line, and so that's why I got number 5. I got Charles Leno. Okay, played and he been in the league for a minute. Been in the league since 2014, and he been in the league for 10 years now. He is a quality starter, in my opinion. He was a round 7 pick, in 2014, but he is a quality starter. Now, he's not too expensive. He's a good left tackle. I think Ramczyk is going to be our right tackle. Left tackle, that's still a position that's a little iffy. We could go for the draft for that, which I would not be mad at. But if he's here in free agency, I don't see why not to get him. Now, the Saints can, manipulate the cap like they always do. But the Commanders honestly still might pick him up. But he doesn't go for too much. He missed 4 games last year, but 2021, 2022, 17-17. He only missed a game in 2 seasons. In 2023 in his rookie season. Ever since then, or he probably didn't even miss, he just didn't get in. But ever since then, look at the percentage of the snaps: 83, 106. How do you get 106 percentage of snaps? 100, 99, 99, 98, 99, 114. This year, it went down a little, but as you see, he still played 13 games. That's the Saints' problem. We have a lot of players who are always hurt. Always hurt. Marshall Lattimore has been on and off. Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara, be suspended. Marcus May only played half of his snaps in the past 2 years. So I feel like Charles Leno, hope I'm saying his name right, would be a pretty good pickup. He's not too expensive. This was his contract in 2021, 2024. So he's probably going for $8 million a year. Yeah, I'll say $8 million a year, which that's pretty good for a left tackle. And if he's there, I say you can give him a two-year, $16 million contract. See what he do. I mean, he is 32 years old, so I get wanting to get young in the draft, but I'm saying it wouldn't be that bad of a pickup. All right. Number 4, I got Eddie Jackson. Right. We only got one safety. I mean, we got Jordan Howden, which he could be the answer. I'm all for it, for him being the answer. But if the Saints want to, pair a veteran safety with cause the Saints love going, veteran on defense. So and Eddie Jackson, he's still making plays. And he's also reliable too. Last year he did only play 12 games. The year before that he only played 12 games. Yeah. But yeah, 4 picks, 2 forced fumbles last year. He had a little down year, but he's still a good safety. He's a damn good safety. He shouldn't cost that much. I say average salary probably like I'd pay him by like 10 million a year. And that on salary cap that'll probably be like 7, 6 million depending on how they work it. But yeah, we need another safety. We're going to get another safety, either in the draft or in free agency. But we're going to have to add another safety to the mix because Jordan Howden goes down. I mean, we got Abram, but the Saints never really had depth like that. That's always been a problem. We always have good starters, but we never really had depth like that because we spend all our money, like $40 million on Taysom Hill. Like, let's be for real. But look, Eddie Jackson, my fault. Eddie Jackson. He's been in the league since 2017. He's not young, but he ain't too old. And the safety market there's a lot of safeties. You got the two safeties from Seahawks. You got Simmons from Broncos. You got Eddie Jackson. I don't know what Buda Baker's gonna do. There's a lot of safeties in the market. You got Kevin Byron from the Eagles. I feel like no one's really gonna need a safety like that. So we can get Eddie Jackson for pretty cheap on a 1-year, 2-year deal. We can get him pretty cheap, man. Not gonna lie. So if he's there, that's my fourth pick. All right. Who would I say would be okay? Number 3, Trenton Brown out of the Patriots. I'm looking at these. These are a lot of seventh round picks. Like the Saints got 4 5th-round picks this year. I really hope they pick good this year. Like have a 2017 type draft. That would be amazing. But look, Trenton Brown out of the Patriots, right tackle. I mean, we have a right tackle. I don't really know how tackles work too much, but if he's there and you can move someone to left tackle, or Ramczyk think about retiring on the possibility, so I'd pick Trenton Brown as my number 3. He's not too expensive. He'll probably go for about $8 million a year. He's been in the league since 2015, so he has some experience. I know, like I said, going young would be amazing. And let me say this: honorable mention. I would love to get Chase Young, but I don't know how I feel about him too much, so I didn't put him on the list. But that would be a good pickup right there. But I feel like defensive line and offensive line is what we need. Now, he do got a little injury, not injury, but he do be missing games. He played first 2 seasons, didn't miss a game. This season only played 10, 16, 11, and then 2020 and 2021, he only played a combined game of 15. So, yeah. But then in 2022, he showed us, I could stay healthy. So he only played 17. And then he played 11 games, only started 3 last year. So he could be a good rotational piece on the offensive line. Not going to say he's a star, not going to say he's a Pro Bowler, not going to say he's all this. But you can get old boy for pretty cheap, right? He ain't a star. Definitely not a star. But you know who is a star? Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith. He is old as cheese, but offensive line, you could be old. Number 1, round 1, 9th overall pick in 2011. Been in the league for a little over a decade. But he's one of the best left tackles that you'll find in this free agency. He's probably, I don't know exactly how much he's going to be. Let's see, market value. $7 million. $7.4 million. It's not bad. He's old, so he's not going to be, doing too much, but I feel like this will be a pretty good pickup. Last year, he is a little unreliable. I didn't see that. 2020 played 2 games. 2022 played 4 games. Last year played 13, 12. He is a little unreliable. I don't know what Dallas is gonna do if they got not signing him no more, but he is a little unreliable. I ain't gonna lie, but you know he's gonna do good when he's on the field. Like, he's one of the best left tackles. So this is my number 2. Yeah, this is definitely my number 2. My number 1 is Danielle Hunter. I mean, I just let this speak for himself. He had 16.5 sacks last year. Played 95% of his snaps. 4 forced fumbles. 83 tackles. He is 29, gonna be 30 when, I understand getting young, but get him for 2 years on this production. I don't give a fuck how old you, excuse my language, I don't care how old you are. If you had 10, yeah, 14 when he plays the whole season. Yeah, 15 sacks. Then he went off his best year. He's literally off his best year right now. His most tackles, his most sacks, most solo tackles, and his most forced fumbles. And he played back-to-back years. Didn't really miss a game. So, if I'm the Saints and Danielle Hunter is there, I know you can go in the draft, round 1, round 2, but we done did that last year. This year, I'd rather get a Danielle Hunter and then go offense. Get an offensive tackle first round. Then get a safety or quarterback or I wouldn't mind back-to-back offensive tackle. Nah, I don't know about that. Or get offensive tackle and then D tackle and then bring Danielle Hunter in. Then trade up for a safety. And that's my mindset if we can get him. He is gonna be a little expensive. His market value, let's see, $20 million. He's worth it. Now, do the Saints have $20 million? I don't know what the Saints have. I thought they was negative $60 million. They negative $9 million right now, so I don't really know what the Saints are capable for. Now, I wish Derek Carr be like, hey, I ain't let me take a pay cut, but he ain't gonna do that. But look, Danielle Hunter is my number 1 choice that the Saints should consider. All this being, consider. You don't gotta pick them, but at least consider it. We don't need no running backs. Running backs, it's cool, but yeah, we don't need that. We don't need no veteran receivers, no Jarvis Landrys, none of that. We don't need we need to get a Danielle Hunter, a Tyron Smith, a Eddie Jackson, a Trent Brown, or Charles Leno. We need to go offense, defensive line. That's what I want to see. But it's your boy Sonny Sports. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all next video for sure.